Allegedly, there was a green rug in the living room here, center of the room. A nice little way of keeping it lively instead of my comfy chair by aliens. Make sure my mic's on. Not all right now, she's an alien that is not the other alien, because I think it's two alien species. And wildly enough, I mean, with a little bit of info, I'm guessing she's a trained combatant. So either she is an alien that is a trained combatant, or she is the alien. Like she's a walking, talking video camera for aliens. I'm dying on it, knowing like I'm big into simulator video games, and I can tell you right now, a simulator video game is to simulate the actual activity of the video game, so, like premise. Bees, the flowers. Yeah, bees go to flowers. They do all that stuff. I really haven't been paying attention too terribly hard to the video game, and I'm playing with it. But I mean, like they do like a travel path, which is a little bit crazy. Bees love pollen. Tycoon games, simulator games, I love them to death. It's like why I play real-time strategy games, like StarCraft and stuff. Either way, I started thinking about how this lady, she's going through a real-life sequence of events to her own knowledge, but she's playing it like it's a simulator. Kind of. Like, I mean, this is how, like, the world works. Like, look at the floor, there's, like, reflections of light. There's details in the floor, says how the floor was made and all that stuff. All the stuff science does. Absolutely wild. Like, I mean, just the act of being able to see and absorb things. Now, I myself, I have teleporting items in my life. Like, no shadows sometimes, no reflections in buildings, none of that stuff. Just as I'm, like, chilling out, knowing that I'm way too on the ball when I go. I'm telling you right now, it's that thing over there. I got so good, I just started throwing, little like ping pong balls at everybody going, I'm telling you, that's actually a reflection. This is what's about to happen in my simulation of life, which is life just being the argument for simulation, according to the YouTube. Like when it gets all Kardashev scale on like technology and stuff. Yeah. I'm killed thinking about in my life, nothing in my area actually works in any sense of the way that it should in real life. My biggest argument isn't even like people like I'm directly like going, I know you because like I grew up with you and how much you are not real to me. But people like you are not involved to me. You two are not related. You are identical twins, but he's a little bit taller. You're identical twins. You look exactly the same. I have a question for both of you. What do your parents look like? I'm the only one who's actually going, hey, I have to ask you this question. Are your parents redheads? No, but you have red hair. Yeah, that makes no sense. Are you adopted? No, they're my dad and mom. Outrageous. You have red hair. What color hair do they have? They have the like blonde and black. I think they said brown. I think one of them said red. The fact of the matter is, science, biology, alleles, they learn that in like a little bit of time. Like I'm looking at the ladies like in the video game I'm looking at. You cut a ponytail off, it's like I'm watching you mess around in the Bureau of Control. I'm telling you right now, you're not real in this situation to me. I already am going reality's not real due to like extreme basic amount of knowledge and science I can immediately grab from books before kindergarten as much all the way through it. These things have to happen and people are overall like just didn't sometimes, and but a lot of the time it's not even too big of an issue, it's just personal stuff. I'm saying you have to have a different hair color. But now I'm going, there are two of you, the logical sequence of events. You're twins, but you're living in different houses. Your parents divorced. And then I go to myself, he is now taller than you, but you are identical twins. I cannot like randomly like mind slap a DNA test on genes on you. to prove this, but I don't really care either, but I'm telling you, the moment it gets to like a certain age, if you are actually twins, I'm telling you now, this is a real life conversation. You're going to be separated forever. What? Why do you say that? Because you're going to be separated. It's a logical sequence of events of someone living in two different houses and families who are identical twins. It doesn't make sense to me why you would not see this issue, having thought about it with brief amount of science. Well, you know, we just maybe didn't want to live together. Yeah, that. Yeah. You didn't want to live together, so you do know. Okay, so I'm going to ignore this. You just keep it to yourself. But you're going to want to get on the ball on this immediately and try to get back together, like live, like get your parents a divorce and have them like get to know each other so you can just live together and move to another place to stay twin brothers living with each other. Well, you see, like I'm telling you, the moment we hit a certain grade, they're going to hit the actual science on this. If you look at that floor, it looks like Morgan Freeman from like that YouTube channel C Nanos is staring at you, hunted by Morgan Freeman. You don't even get this reference. I'm joking. I'm talking to myself. Simulation. I'm telling you, you guys are literally twin brothers. You live in two different houses. Middle school is going to come around in biology class. They're going to talk about peas. If they put you in the same classes, even if they separate you, you're going to immediately realize that's going to be a topic of discussion if they still talk about it. Hail the power of robot chicken. You're lucky they're dead asses. But if you want to stick together, like, I mean, it's like, you know, whatever. Like, just get together. Like, you know, have fun with that. Like, I mean, it's like not an issue. But like what? No, we're not doing that. Why would you even tell him, Eli? Why would you tell him these things? Because I maybe just am someone who believes in family a little bit. Will you stay out of these issues? I'm telling you it's not real life. I'm gonna win this argument to you as fast as I want it to other people. But it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, to them it's real. To me, it's kind of like I'm looking at a toy action figure walking around. The you pass butter on Rick and Morty, which is me knowing I'm caring and being conscientious, knowing nothing in my actual natural body is like condoning the caring for that. I'm telling you, like, if they love each other and care about each other, and you're really just planning to separate them entirely across the entire planet, knowing it's like having two eggs in two baskets, that's a different story altogether. But then it turns also into the actual discussion on ethics about the parents themselves and who is the parent and who has which kid. Mom wants one kid, dad wants the other. Is one the biological mom? This is an actual discussion. Just like me going, someone joined the heavenly host maybe earlier with that like sunfish I see flying around in that room with the aliens floating. It's like my old YouTube channel, you know, with my stop motion action toys, making videos. Just saying, like I mean, do 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 do. I'm pausing the camera. I'm moving it. Yeah, it just says wave. Eli Handle B Wav. That's my YouTube name. But it's not. Someone actually has that. It's fantastic. It's a lot like living here. Borat in Resident Evil, Eli in Hometown, blah 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 blah. Maybe they watch my channel, they'll just know. But either way, let's get along, my simulated lady friend. Let's kill some aliens. Things gotta make sense. Like, I mean, that's like one massive, like, not make sense thing. You're telling me you have two different parents, you're identical twins, and you don't live together, so you're not related? Yeah. Whoever planned your life together knew immediately that they were actually just saying, I don't care, because they're like, we're about chicken, or they were just like, I'm gonna, like, separate you outright, knowing I'm a psychopath about this, knowing I don't care. And you might not even care on your own, but it's like the activity of convincing.
The
It's like,
directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
it's like the other thing though. Like, I mean, it's like I'm telling you right now, for these things to happen, like I couldn't see this a second ago when I was running in here. Then again, I was running through here like this. I didn't see him. He was looking at me. I'm blind as a bat. There's so much more that actually is killing me. Like, I mean, there's no way to get about it when I say I'm not one to care, but like, I mean, the actual thing for me is not even them not making sense. It's the actual connotation of me just going, this is why it doesn't make sense. For someone to go, well, also, these things are not actually the issues. Like the giant sunfish. I agree with you. I'm telling you this. I agree. It's not the issue. I'm telling you, though, if someone was walking around like this in real life, it's like testing the IQ of zebras. It's not able to be done. I mean, like, I noticed it. I noticed it. I noticed it. See, I didn't even know these people existed because I don't pay attention to anybody. But I'm looking for like a brief second. I'm telling you, it's not possible. Yeah. He died as hell. That's a, that's a world of wonder for me. Like, yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. Like, I mean, do you see that thing over there? Yeah, I see that. Does that look normal in any way? I feel like Rick Sanchez talking to Morty in like the first episode with the mega tree and the big old fruit on him. Like, get a torn limb a little bit. Like, fuck, screw it. Where else are you gonna see that, Morty? Look at that. Look at that thing just wandering and blobbing about. Just, just doing the thing. This is nonsense, Eli. No, no. Because when this is actually argued, it's me going, that person noticed it, that person noticed it, that person noticed it, that person noticed it. That's 4 or 5 people all going, I noticed that. For me to go, I'm going to just talk to them for a second. I'm telling you it's not possible. Why do you say this immediately? Because it's not possible. They're the ones who noticed it and pointed it out, but they didn't do anything to tell you that. And they're all asking you if you're brothers. I'm telling you it's not possible from just the base knowledge of science. I'll tell you what, I'm a fun guy a little bit. Not even really fun. I'm actually awful. If this is the scenario, then like, bye. You're saying it's not possible. I'm saying it's not possible for you to exist like that. But that doesn't hit your aliens. Will you die? I was told to tell you to die. You're just like these aliens in the Control Bureau impersonating Control Bureau personnel. I'm dying on it. I'm doing the thing. First off, who told you to die since I'm right here in front of you? No one. Yeah, it's a disembodied voice. Get wrecked. Now ask yourself how you're talking to a disembodied voice. Like, yeah, he makes a valid question. How am I talking to a disembodied voice? He's right. How? Because I'm still, like, really peeved about this. Like, I'm mentally ill. How is he talking to a disembodied voice? Like, answer the question. We both want to know this answer. He told me he teach. It's a he. Okay, so that's fantastic. Yeah. Well, I'll get back to you later. I'll let you have fun with that while they try to explain. I'll figure it out later myself. First off, that shows also your nature, by the way, so don't try to changing the story. If I notice your character changed, I'm gonna go, you're not you anymore, and I'm gonna go, I don't even care. It's like enlightenment in Buddhism. I was told to die on it. Today, not early. I'm lying. It just bothers me. It irks me to all hell and back. But it's like a valid question. If you want to answer his question, I want you to answer my question. Knowing I'm the one who outright had to ask this question, and I said it's probably this, and I'm just going to say I'm right, because I got science now on my side. But it still brings up the question how and all those other things. Like I said, the F word. I mean, besides that, even, like, what else is there to, like, complain about? Like, I mean, like, all the other issues kind of like that. Like, I mean, I know there's, like, times and places where people have to actually ask themselves questions and whatnot, but, like, I mean, like, okay, so you, besides just the massive comparable logics here, like, I just want to be like, no, 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 I'm telling you it's not possible. Why? Okay, so besides those, like, groups of people right there, that guy cannot survive in real life. What are you talking about? Let's just argue Robot Chicken is the excuse to why they all want to stay alive, okay? For fun. Yeah. That's not a thing. Yeah, and I'm not supposed to probably blab about it. Not even blab. Being crazy, and I'm not even crazy. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, it does not work. Yeah. Why would you say it does not work? Because I'm telling you right now, these things, even in there is a limit to super science. If we argue super science, really, yeah, there's a limit. There's a limit. It's like solid fact right there. If I go like weeks without eating, I'm going to die, straight up. Like I mean, if I go a few days without water, I'm going to die, straight up. There's no arguments on this. Like that's, but like no, I'm saying like okay, so let's view it like a machine. A machine needs parts. A machine doesn't just need parts; it needs like oils and stuff to be able to like do stuff. Let's argue that is just like a tube. It's they designed a tube to. That's spooky. Is that the gym?
What's down that way?
Second, what's this? They're aliens. Yeah, but dude, what's causing it? That's it. That's it, okay. Oh, this. It's a human being walking around, straight up doing it, okay. It's the fridge. It's the fridge. Of course it's the fridge. That's wild.
Oh, this place makes me nauseous.
Well, it's nice to add stuff to make your life a little bit better, some say. Some say. Like, okay, so like,
How? How do you think it got down here?
I have no idea. How do I crouch? I'm telling you, those things are just not possible. Like, I mean, within the realm of science, like in imagination land, though, totally possible. There's no argument if that makes life better or not. There's the ability to suspend all the actual activities that are bad or good in the comparison of the mental logic. I'm about that. Like, until it turns into that itself is the exacerbation. That's like when, like, drug addicts are doing, like, the chase the dragon thing. Or, like, alcoholics go, I can have one more, blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, like, okay, so besides just that, like, all, like, I mean, but, like, don't you get it? Like, if you took, I mean, dude, that in Kazakhstan, but instead of Kazakhstan, it's literally Resident Evil 4 villagers. When I exacerbated this, it became not real whatsoever. I liked that. Thank you. That was very nice to see. I like stop motion. I like little animations like that.
Hey, man! What are you drawing? I'm drawing a dog!
I'm drawing the pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid.
What's a pyramid?
The black pyramid. It's in astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it?
Oh, I
It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
What is my home?
Well, he misses his home, so I think most people miss their homes, right? Yeah, a lot of people do. There's no place like home.
A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Well, that's a good point of question. Like, let's find out. We could probably run straight to that. I mean, I can think of a lot of different reasons. Like, to be fair, like when I was a kid, I'm telling you right now, life's not real. Like, I had some weird moments on a carousel, like, they're straight out of, like, criminal minds. And it's not even that. What? Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to see that in the side. So BS. Is that always there? Like, it's not even like straight up like me saying, yeah, criminal minds, whatnot. It's me going, that doesn't even, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so this is outrageous on my end. I'm trying to figure out how to get through here. It seems like it's just running, but it feels like something a kid would have to put up with. Well, it's not exactly juvenile, but still. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't see that on my bow thing right there. Pasó por tu. Feels like it looks different. Agam, how do you fail in that? It's not real life. I'm going. And a grown adult would be much more upset. And to be fair, kids would be probably much more upset too. Gold enemies are immune to Jesse's attacks. If they're immune to her attacks, will they even attack her? No. It's not like it requires them to see it then. So that's a thing. That makes sense. Like, let's drop, like, all future, like, knowledge, okay? This is basic science. Well, it's like basic science, so it's like basic science, right? Yeah, I'm saying it's basic science. That means inside a simulation, all this stuff has to literally, all this stuff literally has to add up in that basic science to the known knowledge system being purported as well as accepted by the generalized consensus of every living thing in the area. If it doesn't in just regular real life, that means something is wrong. In simulation land, if the color blue is called red, while everyone on my end knows the color blue is actually the color blue, of the hue that when we get specific in arguing, is a different electromagnetic color, knowing when they argue it is a different electromagnetic color, science itself will break down. That sounds far-fetched, but trust me, we're made of color. Ow. That's not true. It would not break down just from the colors not existing. No, it would 100% break down. I'm telling you, that is the color red.
Let's see the hiss keep up with
You
me
argue
now.
it in hardcore mathematical science, right there on that note alone, it will always be the color red, just like the color blue, the color white. The absence of color advancement in all technological, arrangement. The only way some parts of these simulations, in my head, can contain themselves is if they're all based, out of, the 1910s. Where we may or may not have all, as a planet, slipped into another reality which we don't talk about. Because that never happened. Or did it? Or was it the first time travel? I don't know. It's something crazy, I'm sure. I'm telling you right now, it's not even me being a monster, in the sense of being an a-hole or anything. It's like, you have to be a complete total psychopath to actually be like, yes, this is how outrageously psychopathic I am, to contain all these simulations to this regard. Okay, so I showed up here again. I don't want to fight them all over again. Okay, so I now know that they have to spawn with like a... On the alien simulation, I think this lady's doing well enough that they're letting her like do the thing. I don't think they just gave up. They're like, yeah, I think we know how this plays out, but you need to move on. Sorry, I think something's a little bit wrong, guys. I think it's a simulation. See how low level they are? If she doesn't do it, we're just gonna kill her. You know that, right? You killed her. The simulation. Yeah, it's like my job. Even aliens do it. Ain't that wild? You have to be like, you have to be outrageously psychopathic to not be able to move past certain levels of like a simulation. Not in the position of being like they're in a simulation, aware they're in a simulation. The aliens are having no trouble whatsoever with some of their simulation here. You know why? Because they're going, yeah, well, aliens, we don't have hang-ups on basic science. But like, I mean, robot chicken, right? No, no. Is this what they were doing with the aliens, doing with this lady? No, maybe. I have no idea. The point of the matter is basic science has to add up. Math. You tell me 2 plus 2 is actually 5? Yeah, I am. Can you show me this? That's like the way, like, SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence or whatever, does it. Like, I mean, they use math signals and binary, and mathematical algorithm and patterns blasting across the universe via, like, satellites. Well, okay, so your 2 plus 2 equals 5? That is literally just 4. It's 4. It's 4. It's not 5. What are you talking about? These are two lines. It's like a tally, like a ball cape. 1, 2. Your 4 is a 5. That is actually a 5. On like 3 plus 2. You doing 3 plus 2? It's 2 plus 2. That's what you literally said to me. All science breaks down in a simulation, and certain things cannot maintain themselves. I'm going to be like a-hole. A-hole alien mode. No, I'm not an alien. What happened? Oh, I watched the entire planet starve to death in under like a year. Literally. They just couldn't support themselves. I just was like, you know what I want to do to be an a-hole? I'm just going to remove like, like one thing. Oh, here we go again. Oh, it's already played. It's all good. That wasn't like that before, right there. Yeah. See how fast that break is? The aliens in their simulation, if this was a simulation of aliens abducting somebody, they are going, we need to speed this along, we need to move you past that. We need to do view talk therapy for a brief moment. So we can just kind of get this going. But like, see, we let you keep the power up. Can we just like do the thing where we just like move them like we're letting them do it? Do you mean like just like change the actual pattern of everything because they couldn't do it? I think I can pretend to be the person well enough. Oh, we weren't even there. Yeah, I didn't have to do that. That didn't even make sense. Well, that looks like a small spot, right? It does to me too. I didn't run for it. I fell again. Okay, so we got the thing, but we didn't get into the white light. Well, white light's dying for the majority of some people. In reality, it's all the color black. Let's check that out. No, we didn't see that a second ago. This is also our explanation to how we're aliens abducting you. Yeah, this is a different person. It's not the same lady now. Did I miss a security clearance? Imagine an alien like somewhere out there, like in like a. Okay, so I know I'm not him outright, but I feel like I can play this video game. Well, like I mean, I'm telling you, you can open. I can if I can fly a spaceship, I can do this. Well, you know, they're not gonna. No one really does that. They're aliens. Everything they know is actually cancel cell. Like everything that anyone is doing ever. Yeah. Like no. I mean, as I say that, I go, I don't care. Yeah. Really. Do I? Who knows? Okay, so that's the janitor's office. Basic science. Like that's the color. Those are the colors of the rainbow. That's like your body and work. You tell me we have medicine, but you don't know how a body works? What do you mean? Okay, so like you're a doctor, right? Yeah. Can you like tell me how this works? What are you talking about? I'm asking you to give me like solid medical advice for like any of my issues. Well, it's yeah, I know I'm like a kid, but like I'm saying, like you give me like a little bit more of an in-depth answer. Like I mean something. Like I know a little bit. I read about it in a book. These are things that I already know. I feel like I'm Jesus like in the missing years though, like when he was a kid giving like sermons at a fountain. Like as like a toddler. You know how a human body works, right? I can't even argue as an alien. I can't even argue you as an alien. Not to myself until you go like, okay, so like if I was an alien, I can literally just tell you all this stuff. Yeah, but then you're just like not doing the actual activity. What's your goal? Like the only goal I can think of is you trying to gain some type of information on how to function, or literally going like raising a kid like practice, right? Now, if it's raising a kid like practice, that's part of the activity. Yeah, and also you would have a higher knowledge than me, knowing that you could technically, since you abducted me, literally just like stole all the information from my head like in like 2 seconds. He's right. We could have done that in under a second. That's like, see what I'm saying? We know everything that's going to happen ever and all crazy. I'm telling you, you're not aliens. I know this. He's right. But that's like the alien simulation breaking down. Like you're a ghost going through the traumas of how you died. Okay, now here's the cool thing. If I was a ghost, I can teleport across the planet. I figured it out. I know how ghosts move about on the planet and why we don't ever have to deal with them like hardly ever. That's wild. Tell me, it's that. That's crazy. That's not real. Yeah, take that. We're arguing it. It doesn't work. I'm telling you it does. How do you know that? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna go find my meh simulator guy person. It's a simulation. Ah, eh. Still, this lady might be in for a hoot in a hollow with this janitor fella. They might be walking around holding hands or getting ready for like the kung fu mop fight of the all lifetime. That janitor might bust out like 1,000 levels of bow stick with his cane mop. It happens on occasion. Not a lot of people see those fights. Basic science. I'm telling you, basic science. It has to work. It has to work. Basic science. Thermodynamics, math, colors, biology, anything in this timeline, in this current moment in time, really anything past about like 1950. Hardcore science. Nothing can be escaped by it. It turns into literally just being aware of me going, why is this actually an issue with anyone? What are you talking about? Those are not real problems. This. You're telling me You telling me in the simulation these are not real problems because of that? Yes, I'm telling you it's not. These are things that can be easily managed. Now, the answer in like the non-simulated version might just be outright death, which brings up it so well thought out. It's killer, man. I don't even want to. It took me like 5 seconds. I can't shoot him in the Achilles ankle right now, says the lady. Yeah. Also, yeah. The janitor is gonna mop me. I know he will. I think he has no doubt in his mind the moment I try to do something, he's gonna hit me with a equivalency of a Commodore sheepdog, going, yes, a giant mop with feet. And I'm also known temperamentally to be a bad dog for beginners. I'm gonna get back to this in a bit.